Thanks to channel members Melanie Jones, Bombchop and Psycho. If you're interested in supporting the channel, I'll leave a link in the description below. You get this nice little cool trophy thing next to your name, and you also get these really quite cool emojis. So yeah, if you want to help out, that'd be great. Thanks. With the state of AAA games these days, I've been more inclined to check out smaller titles that take up a smaller amount of my time. And through doing this, I found quite a few games that have stuck with me and I've really enjoyed. Say, Deliver Us the Moon, Enlin, and Toem, to name a few. So I've kind of been on this kick of just finding these like hidden gem platinums, these games that just stick with you. And I've asked friends and other gamers, what platinums do they enjoy? What platinums are the ones that stick out to them? And it seems to be the same answers. I think you know the ones I'm talking about. Spider-Man, God of War, the hundreds of Soul-like games, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, etc. And it's like, yeah, they're fantastic games, I've got Spider-Man myself, I've got God of War myself, but that's not what I'm looking for at the moment. What I'm looking for are games that are 10, 15 hours, but really, really stick with you after those couple of hours. And then it kind of hit me, who would know those hidden platinum gems, those little relics that are hidden in the PlayStation Store, better than fellow YouTubers? Like, I now have my own catalogue of these hidden gems that I share to you guys, but surely these other YouTubers are gonna have these same experiences of finding these great little games. And I thought, what a great video idea. I would not only get to find a game that I really want to play and I'll enjoy, I also get to speak to a YouTuber and put them in my little video, and I get to share with you guys, so that if you've not heard of it yourself, you get to check it out yourself and see if you enjoy it. So that's what we're going to do today. Starting with fellow Welsh YouTuber ZXL. If you like the concept of this potential new series, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel, as that's the best way to show me that it's something you're keen to see again. And show some love to Zach over on his channel for taking the time to feature here, for no other reason than just being an awesome guy. So sit back, relax, and let's see what Zach has to offer.
I'm Zach from ZXL, and I've been asked to pop in today to introduce you to a wonderful little indie game that I'm utterly besotted with. The Forgotten City. Forgotten City has 24 bronzes, 13 silvers and 3 goldies on its way to its wonderful 15-hour platinum, and is a narrative-led roguelite set in ancient Rome where you relive the same day over and over, trying to figure out exactly where you are, how you got there, and what exactly is the Golden Rule. Started life as a Skyrim mod and was created by a guy called Nick Pierce, who one day just randomly decided to quit his job and turn this mod into a full game in its own right, which he did, and it's brilliant. And although he did bring in other people to help him with certain things, 99% of this work is his, and any game that looks this good and plays this well that comes from one guy has to be admired and appreciated. The platinum itself is also an absolute delight. Each run feels new and fresh, as you will discover things that you could not possibly have known in previous playthroughs. Difficult within the game or its platinum, there is minimal combat, only one area requires you to use a weapon, and a lot of it is just exploration and talking to people, asking different questions, responding in different ways, and discovering different outcomes. It's such a well-made game, and it is so enjoyable, the story is so strong, and the themes of moral corruption and what is good and bad are profound and will have you thinking about them after you finish the game. An absolutely brilliant game, one I highly recommend. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you double stack that platinum. Be good to each other.
You can tell Zach really loves this game. He's even featured it on a video recently. So, okay Zach, let's play The Forgotten City. This is the full playthrough of quite a narrative game, so be warned there may be spoilers. So the game starts with you waking up after having been dragged from the river by Karen, who's worried about her friend, and despite you probably being soaked and having nearly died, she asks you to venture off into the world to find her friend. I do a little dance to celebrate talking to a woman, and take a picture of this momentous occasion, lands us our first trophy of this game. As we venture into this ancient Roman ruins, we greedily go for a golden cup which removes the floor, leading to our second swim in just minutes. After a while, we finally find her friend, who is just hanging around. So we decide to leave him behind to check out this big eye thing, and not learning our lesson from earlier, we decide to touch it and get sent back in time. We run into a guy with a hair deficiency. He tries to be our friend, but we're not here to make friends, and the game agrees, awarding us another trophy. Picking up on what the game's telling me, I channel my inner American and just start shooting. But apparently that's wrong, as I get told off and the game goes crazy. So I try making friends with someone, hoping that I'll please the gaming gods. But he just collapses while opening up the portal. So I figure it's time to go home and pretend none of this ever happened, but instead we earn another trophy for starting the day over. So I'll take this clean slate and promise no shooty. But then I have a better idea. What if I shoot both my new friends? Maybe two wrongs do make a right after all. So I just start blasting, and it drags me back to the real world, where Karen's friend's okay, and I've completed the game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Ha, imagine. Now, apparently this is the bad ending, so I guess we'll have to start over again, as we're still a few trophies off, though we did get a trophy for this ending. So we behave and go visit the magistrate, who explains to us that the city has something called the Golden Rule, meaning no one can break the law, otherwise everybody dies. The magistrate has the power to reset the day though, should this happen, and it's up to us to resolve all the potential rules being broken in this day specifically, to save everyone. Okay, I'll save the world. So we explore the city, and speak to some of the residents who inhabit it. Some who like to copy my thumbnail face. And picking up a poop stick gets us a trophy for, well, being disgusting. We then read this note about this temple being unsafe, and talk to a scared woman, who says she's seen a bad man and is going to hide in said temple. In just a few seconds I kind of forgot that it's a dodgy temple, and she runs in there. Whoops. Well, at least we get a trophy? So I have to quickly reload my save, because I probably shouldn't let anyone die, whether by accident or by shooting them, and get a trophy for not letting her die this time. We end up running into the guy that she was bagging on about, who asks us, do we know someone? Can you tell I'm trying to avoid spoilers? So I take a guess and say it's over there somewhere, as I like to be helpful. Annoyingly though, I've inadvertently killed someone again. But then I see my favourite thing in the world. Loot! I morally decide that it shouldn't go to waste, though I do question the golden rule that's allowed me to kill and steal with no consequences. Trying to find out more information about the situation, we look at a nice pool and get a trophy. We end up finding two people on top of a mountain, and while chatting the guy thinks about taking a small leap. We're asked to talk him out of it, but I've never really been good at social cues, so yeah, today's been a long day. But that did look quite fun, so think I'll jump to landing in another pool and getting another trophy. I decide maybe I just need a beer, so then I head to the local bar, where this woman was like totally hitting on me. But as I said, social cues and all that. I somehow blow it and get a trophy for being rejected. Thanks game, I needed that. Throughout the game there's been graffiti all over the place, and as I reel from my recent rejection, I pretend to be more interested in the graffiti on the wall. As I make my way out of the bar, I find more graffiti and earn a trophy for reading a couple of them. I accidentally steal something next, and as the world goes crazy again, I think of how my fellow Brits normally deal with chaos. So I start looting everything in sight, in for a penny, in for a pound as they say, and earn a trophy for stealing when the golden rule is broken. After a few more conversations and just lying about everything because I like to be a man of mystery, I get a trophy for lying 10 times. I then help my friend secure a date, cementing my future as a better wingman than bachelor, earning myself the matchmaking trophy. There's been these statues that if you look away, they look at you like some kind of horror movie, but finding the fourth of these gets me another trophy. And taking another stab at this not letting people die thing, I actually stopped this guy from jumping after explaining that when I did it, it wasn't much fun, earning us another trophy. My curious side did get the better of me next, as I wondered what would happen if you shot at a bee's nest. Death by the bees, crazy enough, but another trophy. We swapped the bow we got earlier for a cooler bow, and finding out it turns some things into gold, nets us another trophy. And then kicking statues after they had the audacity not to be statues gets us another trophy. Trying to avoid spoilers here again, but surviving the statues and escaping gets us the survivor trophy, though in typical fashion I spot some loot and have to grab it along with another trophy. One of the guards has been a bit naughty due to like roid rage or something, being all angry and moody, but giving him something to help with that makes him nice and grabs us a trophy. And channeling our inner Mario by having fun in the sewers grants us, yep, another trophy. Suspiciously called Italian plumber. The magistrate then says some mean things. I think he forgets that I've shot him multiple times, so I shoot him again just so he remembers. And I get another trophy for that. The devs love killing in this game. This gives us another ending where we kinda save some people, but probably should find a way to save them all. One more ending left, so back we go. We find these hidden tunnels below the city, and another man who lacks hair grants us another trophy. Though that man is important, as finding him and this Egyptian guy gives us another trophy for finding 3 missing people in the city. We end up dropping even further down though, channeling our inner Indiana Jones by avoiding some boulders and earning a trophy for that. And then we rig an election so that they free a very special man, and that gets us a trophy too. We have to find some slabs to open a temple on top of the mountain, and revealing to us all along who's been in control of the Golden Rule. Threatening a god with violence may not seem like the best decision, but it was worth a go, and we get a trophy for it. I figure maybe I should retry and talk him out of enforcing the Golden Rule, and oh boy does he love talking. But eventually he agrees it's stupid, earning us another trophy, which in turn ends with us saving everyone in the city and gaining another trophy. We then get a standing ovation for just being awesome and achieving the best ending. You're welcome everyone. So that's pretty much the game. We only have a few trophies to clean up. I've just got to steal some more coins to earn enough for the Kleptomaniac trophy, and then I've got to constantly kill my friend so we can loop a total of 10 times. Sorry mate. In typical Platinum Opus style, I probably should have got this trophy earlier, but I ended up messing up, so now I have to go and do it as my last trophy. But essentially what we have to do, we have to get the best ending without looping a certain amount of times. So yeah. Thankfully, speedrunning the story, knowing what I'm doing this time, it only takes about an hour, so it's not too bad. So we get the final trophy and the platinum. So, what did I think? It was a really good game. The story was intricate, the Groundhog Day mechanic was really cool, the Golden Rule is something that I don't think I've ever heard of before, and it did get me really invested in the whole world. I do sadly feel like the final part of the story lacked a bit, but that's just a tiny part of what I felt was a very unique and interesting game. If these videos turn into a series, I reckon we should give them a score, and then if you stumble across them in a couple of months or whatever, then you can look at these and decide based on the score which ones you want to prioritise. I think that's a pretty good idea. So I'm going to give Zach and the Forgotten City a solid 8 out of 10. So Zach's top of the list, but he's also bottom of the list, so I want to say a huge thank you though to Zach from ZXL. It's a channel that I've watched before I became a YouTuber and I still watch now. He's really funny, he's got a great voice, his topics are very similar to mine, and I really appreciate him taking time out of his schedule to feature on this video. There are talks of me going on to his channel about doing something over there. We've not quite finalised it yet, but if you want to see me over there, jump over, subscribe, tell Zach, get Platinum Opus on the channel. Yeah. But I'm also really intrigued if you guys have got any hidden gems that I should check out. Maybe, just maybe, you might even feature on the channel. That's if you want to, you might not want to. Also, is there any other YouTubers that I should ask? Or any other YouTubers that I should try and get involved with doing some content with? it's really cool that I get to speak to people like this and do content like this. So thank you so much for everyone's support. It's so cool, trust me. So let's just quickly see if Zach's got anything else he wants to say
on this video, and subscribe to Platinum Opus for more awesome trophy hunting content.
Well, you heard the man. But I'll leave a link to his channel in the subscription. Go show him some love. If you like my kind of content, you'll like his kind of content. It's very, very similar. And also he's Welsh, so we're obviously like the best. Lots more videos and content coming out soon, so make sure you're subscribed not to miss out on anything. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!